Hello and welcome to the Kindred Coven. I am Callista, and today we are going to be discussing fictional vampires and if I think they would be goth or not. Now, obviously, as hopefully both you and I know, goth is a music-based subculture, so judging characters just by their appearance and their vibe is not really accurate. However, as a goth person who loves vampires, I think I'm qualified to make this video. And also, considering all these characters are fictional, I just don't care that much. So, I have about 20 fictional vampires I'll be judging today. So let's get right into it. Alright. Here we have them. Our vampires. There's some that are hiding away here. Mavis jump scare. But we'll start with a few obvious ones. The first one being, obviously, Bela Lugosi's Dracula. I'm sure we're all aware of the song Bela Lugosi's Dead. So, yes, he's goth. Just look at him. I love that man so much. Both Bela Lugosi and his Dracula. But yes, I think he would for sure be goth. The same thing goes for Gary Oldman's Dracula, but for a different reason. I consider Gary Oldman's Dracula to be goth simply because almost I would say probably around 60% of the time when I open up Instagram or TikTok, one of the first things I'm greeted to is a wonderful dark wave edit of Gary Oldman's Dracula. Which, to all those people that make those edits, thank you so much. You have introduced me to so many great dark wave bands, so I love those edits. And I love Gary Oldman's Dracula. So yes, he'd be goth. Let's take a break from Dracula and go to Orlok. The original Orlok, yes. Just look at that man's face. I love him. He just has the vibes, you know? I think he would be goth. I have no real reason for it. Part of it might just be because he's in a black and white movie, which just inherently makes it feel more goth. But, you know, I think he would be. However, 2024 Orlok, I'm gonna put as a no. Gothic? Yes, of course. I would say 90% of these characters would be that. But goth, no. The only kind of alternative music that that man would listen to, if he was alive today, obviously alternative music wasn't really a thing back then, would be like gore grind. I can't see him being, I mean, maybe he would. I don't know. I don't think he'd be goth. He's too evil. Goth people are nice. I guess you could say these three are all evil too, but I don't think he would be. Maybe that's a hot take. The girl from A Girl Who Walks Home Alone at Night. I don't think she would be goth, and I have a reason for this one. This is one of the ones I have a bit more reasoning for, because a lot of these I'm just basing off of vibes. But her, no. I don't think she would be, because there's the one scene in the movie where we see inside of her room, and she has music posters on her wall. Michael Jackson is one of them. There were a few others, but none of them, as far as I could tell, were goth. Now, obviously, you can listen to whatever music you want and be goth. You know, as long as goth music is your favorite, you're goth. However, she doesn't have any goth posters. And, obviously, yeah, you don't need to have goth music posters, but if you have music posters and none of them are goth, I kind of just don't see that being goth. I mean, I don't have any goth posters. But I don't have any music posters at all. So, no, I don't think she would be goth. You know who would be, though? This man, because of course he would be. This is the goth man from Sesame Street, the Count. 1, ha ha ha. 2, ha ha. I'm not gonna do that. But he would be goth. Yes, just because I want him to be. Who would not? He might be the best of us. I think he is. I think he is the most goth man to ever exist. Marceline. I want to preface this by saying that I have not watched Adventure Time. I've seen a few episodes, but other than that, I don't know anything. However, my partner loves Adventure Time. It's their favorite show, and Marceline is their favorite character. And I went to them to ask if they think Marceline would be goth or not. And they said no. They said Marceline is more punk. So if you have issues with that, Marceline being on the not goth side, it's not my fault. Blame my partner. They make videos too. They're in the previous one. We ranked over 50 vampire movies. Go watch it. Anyways, enough plugging my own channel. Let's talk Dr. Michael Morbius now. Now, this is just judging movie Morbius. I don't know much about Marvel. I don't care about Marvel all that much. But I can say after watching that movie, that man is not goth. So maybe he's more goth in other things? I don't know. I'm just judging it based off the movie. Next up, Asterion. I love Asterion. But he's not goth. I considered it. I really did. But I don't know. I just can't see it. He's more like girly pop than goth, which you can be both. You can be both. I maybe consider. Actually, I would not consider myself to be both. But no, I don't think he's goth. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel bad putting him in not goth because I love that man. I feel bad for putting all of these characters in not goth, except for you. But it's just, it is what it is. It's just the vibe I get. You know, like his fashion, not really. I mean, it's old. If I saw someone wearing that today, I think they'd be goth, but you have to remember the context of where these people live and what time period or what world they live in. That's like normal attire Asterion's wearing. It might be a bit nicer, but like he's just dressed like a normal person in Faerun. So no, I sadly don't think he'd be goth. David from the Lost Boys, yes. Absolutely. Every character from the Lost Boys would be goth, because who doesn't love the Lost Boys? Goth people love that movie. I love that movie. I love David. He'd be goth. I'm very excited for the Lost Boys musical, by the way. They're making one. I hope it's goth. I hope they get like some goth feels or vibes, you know, to the music. I hope there's some synth, some cool bass lines, some vocals that feel like they're far away. Whoever's writing that musical, please, 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 please make it goth, please. Anyways, Lestat. So Lestat was a difficult one for me because he's just tough. It's hard to put my finger on. On the one hand, I despise Tom Cruise. I think this is an ugly man right here. This is an ugly vampire. I'm sorry. But I have also not seen, I've only seen the movie and Queen of the Damned. I have not seen the TV show and I've not read the book. I'm going to do both those things, don't worry. But just based off of the movies, I gotta say no. And it partly comes down to that he started a new metal band in Queen of the Damned when he could have started a goth band. That's a... Can you imagine if they got Tom Cruise to play him in Queen of the Damned too? That'd be so funny. But no, this guy listens to new metal. That's so stupid. Alright, Laszlo and Nadia from What We Do in the Shadows. I'm doing these two at once because they'd both be goth. These two would definitely be goth. And I know this because of the intro to the show. They go for like all the pictures of them in the past, and we see one where Nadia and Laszlo are very much dressed up in like some, you know, trad goth attire. You know, it looks like real trad goth. So yes, I would be confident in saying that these two are canonically goth. Like, yes, 100%. Nandor, though, I'm gonna say is a no. I don't know, he just doesn't have the vibes. I don't think he's goth. I have no real reason for him other than just vibes. Again, a lot of this video is just based off vibes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nandor. Next up, Serana from Skyrim. Yes. Serana is in goth category because she is what led me to become goth. I remember probably 9th grade, 10th grade when I first played Skyrim. Actually, it's probably later than that. Probably my junior or senior year of high school. When I first met Serana. Because of Dawn Guard, you know. I played the game when it first came out, but Dawn Guard happened a few years later or whatever. I fell in love. I loved her. It's what got me into vampires. It's which led me getting into goth fashion, which then led to goth music. I remember I fell down a rabbit hole, which led me to listening to Bela Lugosi's Dead for the first time. So yes, Serana led me to fall down a rabbit hole, which ended up leading to me listening to Bela Lugosi's Dead for the first time, and then completely changed me. I'm a goth person now. It's still one of my favorite goth songs, but yes, I think Serana is goth, for sure. Celine from Underworld. I would say yes. I would say not as much in the more newer ones, but in that original Underworld movie. Yeah. Just go look at pictures of her. Just do it. You'll understand. Edward Cullen was a tough one for me because I can't really see him being goth. However, he would like The Cure, but that's it. He wouldn't really be super into goth music or anything, but he would like The Cure. He would like The Cure for sure. I just associate him a lot more with like kind of like 2010s, you know, pop punk and stuff. So no, I don't think he'd be goth. I don't think Mavis would be either, which I'm sure that's a controversial one. Like, she has the look. She's got the bangs. She's got the right bangs for it. She's got the rest of her hair, her clothing, but her personality. I mean, I guess not even her. Not Mavis would not be goth. She's not goth. I'm sorry. She has the bangs for it. She's got the cool bangs that I really want to do. I want to do those like pointed bangs so bad. I'm just worried I won't be able to pull it off. But yes, I don't think she'd be goth because of the music that plays during that series. We see her dancing to the least goth music I've ever heard. She would listen to whatever's popular on TikTok. That's what she would listen to. She's not goth. I'm sorry. So next we have Adam and Eve from Only Lovers Left Alive. So Adam is a 100% yes. He is a musician who's been alive for hundreds of years and has explored probably every music genre. So even if he's not goth like right now, so even if he's not goth like when the movie takes place, he had a goth phase for sure. But I also think that yeah, he would like goth. He's this depressed guy that looks like that. The dude loves goth music. I would also put Eve in goth as well, just because I don't know. I feel like they're like Nadja and Laszlo. They gotta go together, you know? They're both goth. And last, but certainly not least, is Blade. And I'm sorry, Blade. You're not goth. I'm sorry. I wanted to put Blade in goth, but so much goth music like praises vampires and stuff, or is about vampires, and he's a vampire hunter. He is part vampire, but he most of all is a vampire hunter. He doesn't like vampires. You know, he probably, yeah, it hurts to put him there, but yeah, I don't think Blade would be goth. I'm sorry, Blade. Your movies are so much fun, at least the first two. I don't want to talk about the third one. But yeah, that's everyone. That's everyone on the list. Do you agree? You better. If not, I'm gonna be casting some sort of hex on you or something soon. So, yeah, be careful. You'll get, like, bugs or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I have for this video today. I hope you enjoyed. I know I had fun making it, but please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you agreed or disagreed. I don't know why you disagree with me, though. I'm just a cute little princess. Alright, that's all I had today. Bye.